Hello, I'm here to tell you something great today. It's a great day, so I've got to just give you some great facts that's going to help you get off the things that you are not able to do in 2024. You can be able to master them and do them this year. So I'm here to tell you why things didn't work out in 2024, why you failed in 2024. I do not want you to trivialize these things that I'm going to tell you because they are very important things that you have not taken note of, and it has really affected you, and it keeps affecting you. And so if you would lend me a few minutes of your time, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I'm talking about, and we'll all grow together. So, if you've not done so already, do not forget to subscribe to this platform so that anytime we put a video in, you'll be the first person to get it and we can all grow together. In life, that is in this 2025, failure is not an option because everything, whether small or big, it's doable. You're capable of doing anything you set your eyes on. You see, yes, you failed last year, but this year, you will not fail again because we're all going to learn together and help ourselves get to where we all have to get to. You understand? There are certain things that you couldn't get it right, but in this year, with support from each other, I believe that you'll be able to get it right this time, and then you move on and become the great person you've always wanted to be. All you have to do is to go back to the drawing board, put things together, re-strategize, come back strong, and make it happen again. So, I repeat again, in 2025, failure is not an option. Be it business, be it studies, be it relationship, be it marriage, be anything that you are going into, the tendency that it might fail is going to be slim this year because we're all going to put together our efforts and put together our resources and make everything happen. Now, why did we fail last year? Why did you try something and the thing did not work out? These things I'm going to tell you are things that you remember and say, oh wow, this is true, I did this. This is true, I did that. So I want you to share with us also in the comment section whatever you feel contributed to your failure. Now, one, you failed because you lacked the knowledge and expertise in whatever venture you tried to go into. I repeat it. You failed because you lack the know-how. You lack the expertise in the area you wanted to go into. Now, so oftentimes when we want to go into a business or we want to venture into a particular studies or a particular area that we want to get knowledge from or we want to build ourselves in, oftentimes we do not do our investigations right. Oftentimes we do not ask questions. Oftentimes we do not go to people who really have the knowledge base to be able to guide us into exactly what we want to do. So we are always looking at the end result of it and we're like, okay, this is a good idea, so let me go into it because this person did it, that person did it, this person did it. We don't take time to go and look into the business, to go and look into whatever discipline we want to go into before we just jump into it. Okay, so somebody will come and tell you, hey, you should look into police. I mean, going into police is a good idea. I mean, it would help you because they have good benefits, because they have good this, you have good that, they're good that. So then you went into it because you heard all the good things about it, and then you went into it. You did not even take time to go there to do a shadow shift, to walk out with them, look exactly what they do before you go in there or read about it. You understand? Somebody will say, oh, I heard nursing is a good cause, they pay well, whatever it is, and so they go into it and later realize this is not for me. You want to back out. Now you've invested time, you've invested energy, you've invested money, and then you want to go out of that very discipline that you chose. Why? Because you did not ask questions. You did not have the know-how, the expertise. You did not find out from people who really have the best good information to give you to help you in your journey. So you failed right from the word go, because what you needed to get to put your foot in the door, you missed it. So going forward in 2025, whatever you want to go into it, make sure that you learn about it. You find out more information about it. You do not go with hearsay. You do not go with, okay, he did it, it worked. He did it, it didn't work. So because of this, I can't do it. Now, when you go into something having some knowledge about it, you are able to build yourself to a point. See, when you have some knowledge about something, you do not see so many surprises. So surprises will not come into the picture. Why? Because you already have the knowledge base. You already know what you're going into it for. You already have an idea as to what you're going to do. So when that happens, you are able to stand your grounds even when the storms comes, because you already know what you expect in what you're going into. So that is the first point, the reason why you failed in 2024. Now, number 2, you failed because you spilled the bean too quickly. You know, most of us, what we do is that if we enter into a business and the business is going well, in the first 1 or 2 months, we tend to tell everybody about it. Hey, my business is going well. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. I'm getting this much profit for the business. Oh, my school is going well. I'm getting A's. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Now, sharing that information is beautiful. You understand? But it's not everybody you want to share that information with, because not everybody is happy for you if you enter into any business or you start school. You would think they will applaud you, they will say something nice about you, because you would think that, hey, everybody likes me, everybody want to see me succeed. But that is not the case. Anytime you are going through something, go through it fully before you share the information. Because if you are going through the process and the process is not done yet, immediately you let it out of your mouth to other people, they try to sabotage the dream. You know, they try to kill the dream. You see that people will start doing the same business that you are doing in and around you. You understand? So they will start also sharing the profit with you. Or some of them, they would get so busy to a point that, oh, he's making this money, then I'm not going to buy from him again. I'm not going to do this with him again. You understand? They try to stay away. Or if it's school you're going, people will be like, oh, he's doing well. Okay, I'm not doing well. Okay, I'm going to bring a distraction. So all of a sudden, people who don't invite you for places will start inviting you to places, and then you would have to forget about your books, put everything down and go with them, because the end result is to see you fail. So do not spill the bean too quickly. Do not tell about your successes too quickly. Try to grow yourself to a point where you can expand yourself. Then you will tell somebody about it, and then by the time they try to sabotage it, you've already branched into other things that are also giving you money again. Then that way you become stable. When you hear a good thing, when you hear somebody tell you something sweet, something good, do not rush into telling people about it right away. When your husband buys something great for you, or when your husband does something good for you, do not rush to your friend telling them everything. So, because the more you tell them, the more that person becomes attractive to them, and before you know, they are fighting with you about it, and you're telling the person things that they don't have to know about you. You understand? So you realize that most of the things about your life is the person is getting to know it, and then at a point you realize that things that you've not even done goes to this person, and this person's care for you is going down, love for you is going down. Why? Because you are quickly telling people things that they do not need to know, and those who envy or are jealous of you will go out there and mess it up for you. So please, do not tell about your successes too quickly. Get everything in your hand first. Get everything. See, get to a point where you have built yourself and you are strong enough that you can stand on your feet before you tell somebody something about what you are doing. 3, you failed in 2024 because your fears were too obvious. Your fears were too obvious. See, everything that you set your mind to do, you attract them. Everything that your mind is fixated on too much, you attract it. So if you are doing something and your fears lead you first, you know, you're going to do something, you say, I can't do it. You're going to do something, you say, no, this is not possible. I can't get this thing done. Now, immediately you say those things out, it registers in your brain, your body reacts to it, and then it makes you lazy to even pursue it. Why? Because you've already downplayed yourself. You already told yourself it's not possible. So if it's not possible, then nothing will work out. If you have the belief, if you have the faith that whatever you touch is going to work, trust me, even when the storms are great, it's still going to work. Because you see, the tongue has a power, and that power in the tongue is able to manifest everything. You see, so it goes with your words. Whatever words that you say is what goes out, and it works for you. Other people attribute this to spirit, that they believe that there are other spirits around, that whatever you say, they grab it and then they walk with it. But trust me, it doesn't have anything to do with spirit, but it has to do with your energies. Anytime you feed your energy with positivity, you get up and you feel the strength. You have the strength to go again. That is why personally, when I'm at work environment and everything, I tell people nothing is going to get me mad. I don't really get mad, you understand? I don't allow my external environment to affect my internal environment. Anytime I get mad, I tell you my mind right there and I leave. You understand? When I leave, I decide whether I want you to constantly get me mad, and in which case I will come around. And then if I also decide not to get you to constantly push me into that corner, then I stay away from you. So I have my way of doing things that really helps me. It is imperative to understand that every dream is killed by your mouth, or it becomes great by your mouth. So whatever you spew out of your mouth, whatever comes out of your mouth, should be something that is encouraging on your life. It's not something that is going to mar or destroy what you're already building. So sometimes you ask some people, hey, how many kids do you have? Oh, I'm never going to have kids. Maybe they just said, they don't mean it. But immediately you say something like that out of your mouth, it registers in your brain, your energy picks it up, and it works with it. So when your fears are too obvious, the devil, what we call the devil, but usually it's your own energies that act on it. And you see that instead of you progressing, you'll be going back, you'll be retrogressing. Why? Because you've already given yourself the wrong fuel to push you. So you say, oh, I want to do medicine, but it's so difficult. I can't do. I want to do engineering. It's so difficult. I can't do it. So I got into it, and I just want to come out. I just want to get out of it. So instead of you putting in the effort to make things work, you are not doing it. Why? Because you've already given yourself that failure mentality. And immediately you give yourself that failure mentality, nothing else will work. Well, it's different from you saying that, oh, okay, I tried this, but it's not working. I'll come to it later, and then I'll explain to you that side of it. But you have to give everything a try and keep pushing it with so much strength and effort that thing whatever is blocking that thing will give way. Sometimes your perseverance will make something that is not even supposed to work give way for you. So do not let your fears be too obvious. Yes, you might have some doubt, you might have some fears, whatever it is, but always rise above that fear. That is a success mentality. Always rise above that fear. So whatever you want to do, say it is possible and work towards it. Genius has its root in it, and it's going to work perfectly for you. Number 4, you failed in 2024 because you took your studies, your business, your relationship, your marriage, matters about all these things, you took them part-time. Okay, so you do not expect to get much from something you are not investing full attention in. I'll take this again. Anytime you are doing something and you do not put full attention into it, you do not put full commitment into it, and you do it part-time, you get a part-time result. Okay, let me throw more light on that. Okay, so if you are in school and you choose to read your books as and when you feel, you prioritize other things before your books. You don't think too deep about what you have to do. You don't apportion time. Schedules, put your schedules, your timetable, everything together, and then apportion time for what you are doing, and then you do it as and when you have a free time. out of all your other unserious, in quote, endeavors, and then you come to the serious ones later, you are given a part-time, you are making it a part-time job. And anything that you don't invest much time in, you don't see results. So if it will amount to you waking up at midnight studying, if it will amount to you reading your books at any time, listening to audio books, listening to things, reading books, always getting to your friends to help you and all that, if it will amount to you investing full time into it, do so. Because you see, let me tell you something. Anytime you invest full time in something, the results come quickly and time to relax will come sooner. If you give part-time to something that is supposed to be a full-time thing for you, then you will invest more time into it than you should. Because you see, if you do it, you fail. You go back to it, you fail. You go back to it, you fail. You are investing more time and wasting more years than when you invested a full time into it, get your certificate if it is school, and then get out of it. Or if it's marriage, if it's relationship, you build it to a point where you have invested your whole time, support, care, everything into it, that it cannot fail. You understand? That you have gotten to a point where you have secured it to a point where failure is not even an option in this case. So everything you want to do on earth, it is very important to invest full time into it. To invest all the time there is into it. No time for slacking, no time for laying back and saying, I'm not going to do this, I'm tired. Yes, sometimes it gets really tiring. Sometimes you just want to give up. You're just so tired. I remember when we were in nursing school, and then sometimes things get so stressed. People get so stressed out that even if when you ask them a question, they frown. They get so mad right away. Yeah, people are so stressed to a point that they don't even know themselves anymore. But through it all, some of us were just laughing, playing, enjoying life, and I'm sure people were thinking, what? Is this guy even serious at all? Is he even studying at all? Is he even doing it? No. That's not what it is. We did not want the stresses of the program to get to us. We put in the work, but we don't harbor any fears. We put in the work, but we don't make it stress us out to the point that we become weak, the body become weary. Because don't forget, you need the energy to carry you through. And anytime you become weary of something or you become too weak to do something, the energy, the enthusiasm is not there to push you to get there. And so when that happens, you come to a standstill. You come to a halt. Your body gives up on you. You'll be like, oh, my strength is all gone. Why? Because you are stressing too much on what you have to always have the zeal to do. So we get up, we're going to school. We get up, we're going to class. We get up, we're doing this. We get up, we are reading this. So every now and then you are happy you are doing what you are doing. Now, somebody said that before you succeed in something, do what you really want to do. No, you see, I beg to differ. Like that very point is a good point, but I have a problem with that, because people have so many things they want to do in their life that they are investing time into it. They want to do that, but oftentimes that is not what is going to give them the fulfillment or the enjoyment they are expecting to see. So anything that you go into, so long as you invest the time in doing it, you will love it at the end of the day. If you don't agree to this point, you can put your comment. You can put your comment in the comment section, and I'll read it, and maybe I'll come back and then reply you to that. Because you see, anything is doable on earth. That is why whenever you are doing something, you don't do it because you're thinking about, oh, what is the goal? What am I going to do with this? No. Build yourself first. The opportunity will come for you to use it. So anything you want to do, just go into it, do it. Put it there somewhere. The opportunity will present itself one day. And when the opportunity presents itself that day, you will be prepared for that. So it is very important that you do not take what you are going to take as a serious thing and give it a part-time. Give it a part-time responsibility or make it a part-time thing. If you want to do something, put in the full effort. Go all out and do it. And success will smile at you. The next point I want to talk about is, and oftentimes this is in business, people start business and it's not that they had to fold up the business because they didn't have money to keep it going or they didn't have the expertise to keep it going. They start eating their eggs before they are hatched. What am I saying? People go into business, one, investing so much into the business that it becomes more capital intensive, what is otherwise supposed to be a very simple thing. Start from the corner where you are. Do not invest so much into the starting of that particular business, because if you invest so much into the starting of the business, then you have eaten into your capital, and so what it takes to start the business itself is gone, and then there's no way you can get the business where it has to be. It is okay that when you start the business you can be wearing tattered clothes and then all those things and then keep the business going. But see, oftentimes when we start a business or we start something, we start a school. I'll come to the school part. But when we start a business, we see the business going on a little bit, and instead of plowing back the money we get into the business, we are already squandering the money. We are already buying so many things, buying so many dresses, buying so many clothes, buying so many of this, changing our cars, changing our phones, and investing the money in wrong places. And so before we realize, we've already eaten the profit and then gotten it into our capital. And now we don't have any other thing to spend. And then the business collapse. Some people, when they start school, they want to juggle school or add other extracurricular activity into the school thing they are doing. So realize that they are in school. They still want to have fun. They still want to go out every night as they were before. They will go out every night. They will party everywhere. They will do whatever they have to do, and then always present things late. Always send things in late. They are always doing things last minute. You know, some people are pressure cookers like me. I'm a pressure cooker, so I always wait till the last end and I'll do things. Not because I'm doing other things which are important, because I take care of other businesses which are equally important. So I'm a pressure cooker. Some people are like that, and it's okay. But if you're not that sort of a person, and you're a person who needs to keep up with the flow before you get there, and then you decide to suddenly change to be a pressure cooker, you will get to a point where your mind will freeze at a point, and you see that you cannot do it anymore. You have to give up, you know, because you are apportioning times that you have to use to go into your studies for other things which are not important. So the business side, you are eating into the business and even into the capital. That is which is wrong. And then in the study side, you are actually not pushing in the time needed to do the work. You are using that time to do other things, to give people some support that they couldn't even help you. So you have to learn where to use your time. You know, you have to learn where you are sitting right now and what you need to do to get to the next level. And then when you find what you need to do, invest your whole time in it. Invest your whole life in it. Get it done first, and every other thing will be easy and simple. Some people go into marriages, into relationships, and they do it part-time. They actually do not invest into seeing it grow. They celebrate everything quickly. You know, oh, it's going well, so I'm okay with it. I have to be relaxed. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to push in anything. So before you know it, right before your eyes, everything comes to a standstill. Everything crumbles right before you. Right before you. People want others to see that, especially when they open a salon. Be like, oh, okay, I opened this salon, but I need to make this salon so beautiful to a point where anybody who comes sees that they've come to a salon. Yeah, it's nice. It's okay if you have the money. But why don't you start small, in a small area? It doesn't matter how it looks, but just start it, just get it done. And immediately you start it, money will be coming small, and then you start changing the things you have to change so that it can get to the level it has to go. Walk through the process. Everything is process. Walk through it and enjoy the process so that you will have a testimony. Enjoy the process. And every level that you are, rejoice and be happy in that level where you are. Oftentimes people will be like, oh, you know, I'm here. It's not working out. I'm not doing great with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's happening. And then what they quickly do is they get friends who are maybe doing well in that same business, and they'll be telling them their success story, and they will only be telling them the juicy part. And then the struggles doesn't come. So they feel they are doing something wrong somewhere. They feel, no, why am I doing this? If you go to school and you get the D's, the C's, you even fail, whatever, do not lose hope. Gather yourself again. Put it up again. Let it work again. And seriously, time and time again with perseverance, you will get there. You will get there. And do not eat your eggs before they are hatched. Immediately you started, invest time, invest everything in it, put all your money in it. If it will amount to you eating once a day, just to make sure that you have put in all your investment in that basket, please do, because better days will come where you will sit cross your legs and eat all the great meals in life when your business has seen the light of the day. So do not eat your eggs before they are hatched. If it's school you're going, put in all the work, get it done, so that one day when you have that certificate, you have that job that is paying you great money, you will smile at it and say, hey, I did the work, and now is the time for me to enjoy life. I'm sure now when we finish nursing school, I'm sure most people now sit back and say, oh, I don't envy nursing student anymore. You know, I'm enjoying life. I'll go to work, do my job, come back home and all that. I'm not putting much into studies, and though the work itself is another tedious work, but the studies part is gone. You see, the struggle part is gone. Now just go work hard and make the money and come home. That's what it is right now. So if you decided to play with it when you started, now this part where you are receiving what you have to get wouldn't come. So it's always important not to eat your eggs before they are hatched. Next point is that anytime you start something and the focus is too much on the profit, too much on what is going to happen, it oftentimes will not succeed. Okay, I'll take this. This is a bit controversial, but I'm going to explain for you to understand. Especially, okay, let me just use nursing for example, because I'm a nurse, so I'm going to use that to make an example. You know, if you go into nursing and you think about the money that you're going to get too much, that you forget to think that there is some other pieces that add together before you can make that money. As in, you being compassionate, you being empathetic, you being all those, like you being a caregiver, like you should be somebody who has that traits in you. Now, if you don't have that trait in you, you will be receiving the money all the time, but the joy wouldn't be there. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that you should be somebody who actually loves, or you have gone into what you have to do and then seen all the things that there is to do, and then you're still comfortable to do the thing. So it is in the doing that brings you money. So you realize that people pushed you into nursing. Like they say, oh, it's nice, you went into it. Now you don't enjoy it, so you don't like going to work. Anytime they post a shift you have to pick up and you don't want to pick up because you don't enjoy, you don't want to go there. So in that very moment, whatever you're supposed to get that is supposed to start building the success story we're talking about right now, it's not going to be there. Because why? You don't even like going into the environment which you have built yourself to get there. Now you'll be looking at other things, and so you'll be jack of all trades and you master none. You try to go to every other job that you hear pays well, but you don't have the happiness to stick in the field where you are in. And so it is also important that you do not think about the profit too much when you start something, but think about the joy of doing the thing and the profit will come. The joy of doing the thing and the profit will come. And then the joy of doing the thing is different from what you love. It's different from what you love. See, what you love and you do, even if you are not paid, you're okay. You understand? Even if you don't get paid in what you love, because you love it, you still do it. But we're talking about something that brings success, brings money to you. So it should be something that, though you don't love it, you will be committed to spend the time to do it. Because sometimes that becomes the only option available for you to do. You understand? That becomes the only option. Like you'll be like, oh, I have tried so many other things. It's not working out. You understand? And so, because one thing that you have to understand is anytime you try so many things, it's not working out, do not give up on that. But go try something else. Because you see, when you are idle doing nothing, laziness sets in and you don't want to go ahead and do anything. But find something else to do whilst you build a momentum to come back to this thing that you left on the way. So you are failing not because you can't do it. You can do it. But you are failing because maybe it is not the time yet to put in. It's not the time yet to get things done, to get things started. You understand? So sometimes you have to give it time. And giving it time, you have to learn the ropes, learn gradually, the process. Follow the process, follow it till you get to where you have to be. So yes, I understand you are thinking I'm mixing two things up. Something that gives you happiness, something that you have joy in doing it. See, because there's a saying that if you do what you enjoy doing, you will never work a day in your life, which is very true. But if you enjoy the things you do and it does not give you the money to help you in life, and life start bombarding you or bringing you a lot of bills here and there, what you love will even become your enemy. You will develop some hatred, some bitterness for even what you loved. So yes, make sure that what you love has monetary value to it. It can translate into money. See, because if what you love cannot bring you what can keep you going, you will give up on what you love. So be sure that what you are doing has the tendency to be exchanged for monetary value. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, of course, do what you love. But if you don't even do what you love what you do so it can bring you money. So in 2025, you can succeed if you put these things into effect starting today. Starting today. You understand? Wake up, gather yourself, put yourself together, and go and do your best, believing that the best you are doing will generate something great. So remember, as I said, 2025, giving up is not an option. You always have the zeal, the power. You always have the will, the strong will to succeed. But you only beat yourself to it by your fears. You only beat yourself to it by eating your eggs before they are hatched. You only beat yourself to it because your fear is too obvious. You only beat yourself to it because you lack the technical know-how, the knowledge, the expertise to grow in that field. You only beat yourself to it because you think too much about the profit than the job itself. So if we are able to correct these things, success will smile at us and we will walk the path with joy. And nothing, absolutely nothing will be impossible to do. Thanks for spending time with me and enjoying this very message that I have to give you. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please do so that anytime I put a video in, you'll be the first person to get it. And feel free to put your comment down there, guiding me, correcting me if I'm wrong somewhere, and let's all grow together. Again, I said I'm fallible, so I'm bound to make a lot of mistakes. So when I make the mistakes, correct me. Let's all walk the path of change, the path of success together. Until we meet again, peace. Shalom.